Patty Bennett. How are you today? I have such a fun live video for you today. And if you're able to join me live, I am so glad that you are here. There, oh, my voice just left for a second. So this is Patty Bennett and I blog at pattystamps.com. I have fun crafting tips and projects for you every day at pattystamps.com. Some kind of a tip or a reminder or lots of good things there. So if you have not visited me yet, there's my blog, pattystamps.com. I hope you'll visit me. And everything that I'm going to be showing you today is on my blog sometime this week. So I had a post today, I had a post yesterday, and I think I might have had one even before that this week. So the tips that I have and all the details, like all the little shopping information or the links, they're all there. And so it's going to make it easier if you just go ahead and go to my blog sometime to catch up on all the links and all the details, and you can print out photos or pin them or save them to your phone, or whatever works for you. But hopefully this is all coming through fine. I'm trying something a little bit different today, so nobody has said that there's a problem. So I'm just going to guess that we're good and we will get going with this. I have lots of fun things out on my desk to show you. Just going to bring this up over here on the side so I can be sure to try to catch some comments as they go by. So hey, Patty, Janice, Lisa, Debbie, Stacy, Donna, hey everybody. So if you're watching live, then you are catching me. This is Friday, August 31st at 2 p.m. Pacific time. If you're watching this at a different time, you're watching a replay. You can always leave me a comment or a question and I try to go back and catch those. Or you can always private message me or leave me a comment through my blog if you have a question or something. So I hope that you enjoy this. So I want to get going and show you these fun tips that I have for you. One of the things that people always ask is, how do you organize this, or how do you store that, or where do you find, hey Cindy, hey Sharon, hi Linda. People always ask, where do you get your organizing containers, or, how do you store things, whatever. So I just found a couple weeks ago at the Container Store, and if you don't have one near you, I believe you can shop online at containerstore.com. But I found this particular container. Oh, I gotta go this way, okay? And I put the details on my blog today. I'm just going to show you inside here. I left the, that way. Okay. It's by Interdesign. It's called a cabinet organizer. And what it's actually for is, those packets of mix that are for like taco mix and spaghetti mix and whatnot. That's what it's for. It holds those in here. But of course, I took one look at it and said, oh my gosh, this is the perfect organizer for all of my little accessories that I have on my desk all the time. So you can see my dividers. I have dimensionals, doilies, pearls, gems, faceted dots, pearls and rhinestones in the back. But it just makes it so easy for me to keep this right on my desk and just have it handy. I keep it literally right in front of me here on my crafting desk. And that is because if I have these kind of things put away somewhere, I don't use them. I forget about them. And this way I'm like, oh, let me add a faceted gem. It's so exciting. And I have it right there. So this I have found is just fantastic. And really anything similar to this is great. But this particular one is the best one that I have found. And again, if you're just joining me, you can go to my blog at pattystamps.com, and I have the actual ordering information right there from Container Store for that. So you can see that on my blog. By the way, I do have a giveaway today. So I have a paper pumpkin stamp set, ink spot, and some cute twine to give away. Let me tell you why I'm giving this away. I usually buy 2 kits every month. And so, of course, I open them both and I make everything. But then that leaves me with an extra stamp set and spot. And today, I've got to show you this. I want to make sure you can see this. Look at this beautiful card. This is by Rachel Tessman. And she posted this today on one of the Paper Pumpkin sites. And she used that cute little flower right there in the August Paper Pumpkin kit to make this card. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, somebody needs to enjoy this. So this is going to be a giveaway for today. And all you need to do if you want to win it is share this video with someone you think that might benefit from this, from all these storage tips, and just comment and say, I would like to win the Paper Pumpkin stamp set. And at the end, I'm going to scroll through and just randomly pick a winner from this live broadcast. So you will need to be on the live one to, oh, she did that with a Stamparatus. Yes, I could see. But you could totally also do it by drawing a circle and just stamping in a circle. So if you didn't have the Stamparatus, you could still be able to do this. But I just thought this was like, oh my gosh, so beautiful. Well, you know me and flowers. I'm like total flower girl. But thank you, Martha, for commenting on that. Okay, so we covered the accessories, and then in the same container, exact same container, this is what I decided to do. And this I am loving on my desk. Okay, so you can see it's like chock full of tons of stuff, and I'll show you what's in it. But let me just tell you first that all of this stuff used to be in separate containers all over my room. And I would totally lose track of all of these things. And then, of course, what happens then? You don't use them. And like 3 years later, I'm finding stuff. I'm like, oh, well, that's so like 3 years ago. I'm not using that, right? So here's what I did. I separated into 4 piles on my desk. So the first pile is pieces for cards. Okay, so all of this stuff right in the front is like something that I've embossed with paste, or something that I've embossed with an embossing folder, or a specific, a specific die cut or something. And I have all of that right there in the front. So that is the pieces for cards. Then I have partially done projects, and that's like if I started to do something and I just put it in a little cello bag and I didn't get to finish it. So that's right there. So if maybe I don't know what I want to make that day, I can just pull out one of those packets and finish it. And then my next section here is the ideas. And so those, let me bend that down. So that is all cards that have been sent to me, or some I've made, that I want to copy or use as inspiration. Okay, so that's all that. And then in the back, the last one is stamped images to color. And you know how much I love coloring with Stampin' Blends or any kind of watercoloring. I love that medium. So all of this back here is just all stuff that I've stamped, but I haven't had time to color it yet. So if I am going, especially on a plane, I will take a little packet of this stuff and my blends or my watercolor pencils. Or if I am going to be somewhere and I know I'll have like an extra hour or something, so then I take a packet of that and I color. So, but it's all right here instead of in 500 different little boxes and piles all over my room. I love this box. And again, that's the same container. And I have all the information on pattystamps.com today, August 31st, 2018, on that post. So if you want to know that specific product, you can get it at thecontainerstore.com online, or I think somebody just messaged me this morning and said that she also found it on Amazon. So it's the, let me show you this. I mean, you can go to my blog and get it, but I just want to show you. So it's Interdesign Cabinet Organizer. So that is the exact brand and name of it. Okay, so now you might be wondering about these fancy dancy, well, they're not fancy, on these practical, amazing little dividers, okay? So my popcorn, somebody said she noticed my popcorn. Oh my gosh, there's something all over the screen. Where did that come from? Is that what you're talking about? Popsicles? Where in the world did that come from? It's showing up on my phone. It's not showing up on my iPad. Okay, That's so weird. I did not do that. I did not do that. I didn't know what that is. Anybody know how to get rid of it? That's totally distracting me. Okay, well, I didn't do it, and I don't know what it means. Anyway, back to this. We'll just carry on. Oh, you guys are laughing with me. I'm clueless. I don't know how come they're all over. No, I didn't do it on purpose. I don't know what it is. It's probably something with the iPad. I rarely use my iPad, and so it kind of befuddles me, and I don't really know. I must have pushed something. Oh my gosh, now I'm like hot. Okay, sorry. I'm glad you're laughing with me, everybody. So back to this, all of these dividers that I have in those two containers. Let me show you what I did. And I actually started doing this because I use them in my, you can kind of see it right there, over there. That's where I have my Big Shot stuff. So I have dividers for my various embossing folders and framelits, and I have them divided into categories. That's on my blog. I think it was yesterday. I did a post about that. But I started making the dividers for that, and then I thought, oh, well, I really like that I can use these dividers for other things. So this is the package, and it was from Staples a few years ago. So they're called ultra durable poly file folders, and they're just your typical file folder, right? Just, you know, regular file folder, but they're plastic. You can see they're shiny, they're plastic. So they're really heavy duty. And so what I do is I just cut them. I've got a whole bunch of scraps here. I'll show you. So I just, you know, cut them up into whatever size, height, shape, whatever I need. And sometimes there'll be like a little rounded piece from, you know, one of the corners. And then I'll just use a corner rounder to round the other side or something. Or like, you know, I just round both sides. So you can do whatever you want. It's just because I don't want to poke myself on you know, a pointed edge or something. But that's what I used. So of course, I posted that today, and somebody messaged me and said she couldn't find them on the Staples website. And I looked, and apparently it does look like they are sold out. But I just went onto Amazon and I searched for poly file folders or plastic file folders, and there's like dozens and dozens of options that come up. So if you can't find this exact one, that I have that information yesterday on my blog. If you can't find this exact one at Staples, then just look on Amazon. And also somebody messaged me about, there's a website called A to Z Dividers. So it's just A-T-O-Z dividers.com, A2Z dividers.com. And they have these like already cut and made in different sizes. So, you know, you could do that too. It doesn't have to be plastic. I just like that they're super, super durable. And then I use my little Avery label maker to make the labels. And the nice thing is, since this is plastic, these just peel right off and they don't like rip or anything. And then if you, like say next year when we don't have Artisan Pearls anymore, or I mean, if they retire, I assume, and we have something else, I just peel this off and I put a new sticker on, and then I just keep using my divider. So I do like that a lot, that they are reusable and I'm not wasting anything. So again, that was at Staples. These, if you can find them, your Staples might still have them. And if not, just search on Amazon for poly file folders or plastic file folders. So yesterday's post, before I get to the next two tips for you, yesterday's post, I did show about my all my framelits, my Stampin' Up! Framelits, how I like them on the Stampin' Storage magnet sheets. I label it, and then I have these in Avery L plastic sleeves, just because as I'm pulling them in and out, I don't want anything to fall off or get lost. And also because when I go stamp with Cindy, which I did yesterday, which was so much fun, then like if I just grab this and take it, I know that when I put it in my tote bag that nothing's going to fall off or get lost or whatever. So I just like them in those plastic sleeves. But you know, that's just my preference. And if you need more information or links to those products, yesterday's blog post, August 30th, 2018 on pattystamps.com, covered all of that with all the links for that. I also use a Stampin' Storage box with the same kind of dividers for my 6x6 paper. And I like to put once I open a package and then I have like a bunch of little, loose pieces, I use those same Avery L. You can see the plastic, right? The plastic. And then it keeps all of that together. And I just use the same dividers. I want to show you the funniest divider. So like, do you see anything wrong with that one? I was like 2019 to 2019. Okay. Well, I know that's a mistake, but that's all right. It made me laugh. It makes me smile every time I look at it. But I just do one divider for each of the 6x6 paper stacks, and then I have that in one of the Stampin' Storage boxes, and I keep that handy as well. Okay, so 2 more things to show you for organizing and whatnot, but I do want to remind you, if you don't have the August Paper Pumpkin stamp set and the spot and this cute little twine, and you would like this as a gift, I am giving that away today, just a little freebie. So if you want that, all you have to do is share the video and comment and let me know that you want it. Okay, so 2 more things I want to show you. This divider, or container, I should say, with dividers, is full of pre-cut die-cut pieces. And I love this probably as much as my paper drawer of happiness. So in my paper drawer of happiness, which I have blogged about before, I have pre-cut quarter sheets and half sheets, and I just have all the colors. I get the Stampin' Up assortment packs, and I go ahead and cut it in quarters and half sheets, and so they're all ready to go, and I love that, and I've blogged about that several times before. But I love that, and it's handy, and it's right here next to me, and I can just grab a color and see how it looks. So this, what I do is I have a neighbor lady who does die cutting for me, and I'll take her, you can see most of them are white. I usually just take her a package of Whisper White paper and a whole bunch of dies, and I just say, like, cut as much as you can, or cut, 50 of these and 50 of these and 50 of these. And the reason I have all this is because when I do customer thank you cards, I do like 60 to 70 at a time, and I do that several times a month. And so then I have enough of everything to make a card, and I don't have to stop and die cut and, like stop my mojo and my flow. So that's why I have so many, but it's such a great thing to have. So even if you die cut a dozen of everything, just to have those on hand, I love it. Now this container, I've actually used it for many different things on my desk, but I do love it for this. You can see how it's kind of divided into 3 sections and then sections in sections. And this, I do believe, was from the Container Store in the bathroom area. This is meant for, like, your makeup, your lipstick and your powder and brushes and toothpaste and whatnot. But, I look at every single aisle in the Container Store for ideas for my craft room. And the workers there, they know me and love me, and they're like, oh, what are you making this time? What you doing? What you storing? What are you doing? And I'll walk around. Here's a tip for you. I walk around the store with like a package of pearls and a package of dimensionals and a quarter sheet of cardstock and a half sheet of cardstock, and I make sure it fits in stuff like this before I buy it. So that's a tip for you. When you go shopping for storage, make sure that you take a few things with you that you're wanting to store, because that way you're going to make sure that it works, and you're not going to get home and go, oh, it's a 1/4 inch too small, because that used to happen to me all the time. I would look at it and go, I think that'll fit the pearls, and then I get home and it doesn't. So see what I'm saying? Good tip, right? Okay. Oh, I'm glad you guys are liking these tips. Thank you for all the nice comments. I see them. So one more little tip for you. This little jar, I think I blogged this, or I think I Instagrammed it or something. So this is just all the teeny little pieces, punches, die cuts, etc. that are left over after I make something. And so I have like 3 orchids in here, and I have like a whole bunch of little flowers and leaves, and just all these little extras that I die cut too many for a specific project. But what I love to do is, like, when I am working on a project, I'll look at it and I'll think, would that look cute with a little leaf tucked in there or whatever? And so then I can just reach in and get it out. Even if it's not the right color, at least I could see, like, would that look good, right? So I don't throw these things away. I just keep them. And I know some people keep them in, like, the stamp set or in that die cut package or something, and that works too. But again, see, for me, I need it out. I need it right here on my desk. So that's my little cup of happiness. And a clear, that helps me too. So having it be clear, I can just look in there and I can kind of, like, I'll look down, oh, look, there's that cute little flower. Maybe I'll pull that out or whatever. So I love this. And I know that my desk is probably 100 times more cluttered than some people's crafting desk, but if it's out, I use it. So I do what works for me. You can see there's a lot of stuff behind me. There's a lot of stuff going on. I need to have it out. I used to have a lot of wood cabinetry in here, and seriously, like 3 years later, I'd open up that cabinet and go, oh, well, that's all retired. And for me as a business demonstrator, then I wouldn't use it. But it was a waste because I never opened the cabinet. But this way I have things out and accessible at my fingertips and I use them. And that's what works for me. And I know my room probably, my little 8x8 square, it's very small, probably gives some people hives. And so don't do that. Do it your way. Do what works for you. But I'm just showing you what really works well for me and why I do it. Because if it's out, then I see it and I use it. So I'm going to show you one more thing. Let me just get it because I hadn't really planned on showing it. I love this thing and I can't remember what it's called, but I should probably find the link. It was from Amazon and I first saw it from my downline, Wendy Cranford. She had one on her desk and I thought, I think that might work. And if you're handy dandy, I bet you could make this out of PVC pipe. I'm not that handy and I just thought it was so much easier to buy it. But what I have is, you can see, like, I have my adhesives and I have my scissors and my pokey tools, and I have things kind of divided into sections. So I know right where to grab for my adhesive or my pokey tool or my bone folder or whatever. If any of you know what that thing is called, ooh, I wonder if the name's on the bottom. Hang on. Yes. It's by Boon, B-O-O-N, Boon. So if you look up Boon, I don't know, accessory organizer or caddy or whatever, B-O-O-N, then I bet you would find that. So I love that thing. It's just, to me, it's better than having a whole bunch of separate little pencil cups or containers. I like that. It's contained. Okay, one last thing. I'll show you one more thing and then I'll let you go. So I love this. You know I love penguins, right? So this was from Sarah, the CEO of Stampin Up. And she gave me this as one of my gifts at my $1 million party 3 years ago. It's been 3 years. Can you believe that I reached my million? And this had, I don't even know if it had anything in it, but I just thought it was so cute. And so I just have my aqua painters and my Winks of Stella in there. And I keep it right on my desk because it makes me smile. And that's another thing. You know what? Have things that make you happy. If you have something that makes you happy that you like, have it out on your desk. Like, okay, I'll show you one more thing. So I have my, what is that called? Baker's twine and stuff and linen thread in this little container. The container is neither here nor there, but here's what makes me happy. Okay, I have all these super old spools from my great grandmother and my great aunts. And I just took the thread off and I rewind my linen thread onto it. And I have other ones in here that have other baker's twine on them. Okay, they make me happy. And is it better to just, like, use these, right? And have them on my desk and let them have a use and make me smile, right? So do what works for you. Some people might be going, oh, that is just like so much stuff. It's too much stuff. And that's fine, right? So again, do what works for you, but have things out that make you happy and inspire you and remind you to use things. So that's all of this. All of this is reminding me to use it. And I love that about all these things. So those were the tips that I had for you today. Thank you. Catherine is saying it's on Amazon. It's called Boon Stash Multi-Room Organizer. Thank you, Catherine. And again, it's Boon, B-O-O-N. That was this thing by Boon. I don't want to dump it, but but I do love that. It's very handy dandy for me. So thank you all for all of your comments. I'm reading them over here on my phone. So I do want to give this away. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to like this. I'm going to scroll down, just random, scroll back and forth. And I'm just going to land on, let's see, I need a comment that says, yes, I want to win that. Oh my gosh, does nobody want to win it? Oh, here. Yes. Okay, the first one that said that she shared it and she would love to win the prize is Doreen Donaldson. So congratulations, Doreen. I will send you this. And I'll actually just send you this just so you have that as an idea because it's so beautiful and you're going to love it. And again, that was by Rachel Tessman. She posted that just today and I was like, oh, it's so pretty. I love it. So, okay. That was all I had for you today. I hope you enjoyed this. And Doreen's daughter Kay is saying, yay, mama. That's awesome. Okay, well, thank you for joining me. And I hope that you enjoyed those tips. I would love to hear things that you do that maybe I haven't thought of yet, or things that you would like to share with us. So please keep commenting, whether you put it on my blog at pattystamps.com or you put it on YouTube or Facebook or wherever you're watching this. I would love to hear things that are helpful to you and that you think the other readers might enjoy as well. Because I don't know, as crafters, it's like organizing is half the fun, right? And then actually creating is the other half of the fun. So I hope that you enjoyed that. And I will catch you all next week on another live because I'm going to have brand new projects from the holiday catalog that you're going to love. So we'll touch base next week. Thank you again for joining me. Bye.